fucking dinked a deer a couple months ago. Did I tell you about that?
No, that's a lot of protein you've left out there.
Well, no, he didn't die.
I may or may not have eaten roadkill animals in my life in college. Really? Yeah, I definitely did.
Tastes different, a little rubber in them.
Do you think Nikita is still in good enough with Battlestate Games that he's going to lock some super meta attachments behind Tarkov Arena for Fragmentary Order? Dude, I've seen those things live for like weeks with an arrow in their face. Like, they're crazy tough.
Was it your arrow?
No. Yeah, I need to clear that up right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Push to Talk podcast, your premier FPS podcast, where we talk about everything from battle royales, extraction shooters, tactical third-person shooters, and everything in between. I'm your host, Bigfry, joined here today by my other host, Crash Games. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm good, dude. I got a case of sparkling water right here. I'm ready to talk about video games. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. Don't get me wrong, okay? Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it wrong.
Don't get it wrong, okay? I love the interview shows, but there's been so much going on, man. I've been itching just to riff with you, talk about all this stuff. We got a crazy show today, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. Excited.
We're going to start off the show by talking about Crash's favorite FPS out there right now, free-to-play extraction shooter, Arena Breakout Infinite. Have you been playing the new season?
No, I haven't touched it. Yeah, I haven't, man. They kind of lost me, and there's just a little bit. There's other stuff going on too. We got the gray zone stuff cooking. We got all the stuff we're going to talk about today, mainly gray zone. Vostok came out. I found a new little game over the last couple days I've been playing. That's kind of hilarious. Way of the Hunter 2. I mentioned it before, so I want to talk about that too. And man, this season for me and ABI was just like a little bit lackluster with stuff. They did come out with Prox Chat that people have been looking forward to, but I've just kind of got disenfranchised with it a little bit because of the direction they're going with like the artwork and stuff. The skins are going like super off the rails, and their new map is just like, it's just like they just take random stuff from other franchises and put it in. So they did an anomaly stricken valley map. So there's like floating cars and the buildings are crumbling apart. It looks like Stalker. They basically made a map with like Stalker type stuff on it. They're bringing zombies in. And honestly, it just bums me out because ABI had so much potential for me when it started. Like, I remember seeing the first trailer where like it was super gritty and it picked up the gun, and like if like the guy got killed and someone else picked it and the trailer like followed the gun, and then I heard it was a mobile game. And I'm like, no. And then it came to PC and I'm like, yes. And the thought of having a gritty feeling game, but sitting on that spectrum of playability with the quality of life stuff was in a sweet spot for me. And they're just kind of, they're taking one of the biggest strengths for me, which was like their gritty, dark feeling. They even had some kind of okay lore going, like building it around the island of Kimona and all that stuff and everything going on. And they're just like throwing it out the window and for skins. And I don't know the purpose of like the anomaly. Like, it makes no sense to throw that in the game.
Yeah.
So they're losing me a little bit with that stuff. I'll get back to it later on, but
you know what's crazy is this is episode 16 of the show, and to hear you say that now compared to how you were feeling episodes 1, 2, and 3, and we were talking back then about what happens when the skins start to roll in. And I remember us saying, once you start seeing the crazy shit, you know it's because not enough people spent money on the military grounded stuff. And man, 16 episodes and we're here.
Yeah, here we are.
It's so crazy.
I feel like someone could have seen this coming. Someone could have seen this coming.
Yeah,
but we'll see if they course correct or just keep it going. I think the skins are going to get absolutely crazy, and the crazy ones still, if I remember right, it's over $100 like to get some of the skins and stuff if you want to roll them. And I don't know, they're just losing me. They had such potential, man. Like, the setting was great, the combat was great. They went to 60 hertz servers. It was like you could access all the stuff in the game for free. I was so high on it, and I'll get back into it because it's not. The weird stuff is like a bummer. It's not game breaking for me, but it just moves it down my rankings a little bit into what I want to play right now.
Yeah.
But
especially with all the other stuff going on, it's just
it's
like it's easier to bump that off to the side right now for sure.
Oh, and I'm also fixing up a ranch house in the middle of nowhere, and that's where I was all last week, putting siding and windows on a house in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, outside of that, I'd probably get into more games if I wasn't doing that all the time.
That's for sure. So how much longer do you have working on that until you guys are moved in and good to go?
That's a great question. I'm thinking I'd love to know the answer, to be honest. I'm dying to hear myself. I think we're gonna try the last part of the kitchen gets put together on May 18th, and I'm going on a long trip the first couple weeks of May to work on all the interior stuff. The exterior is buttoned up. We're getting a new shitter this week, new septic system.
Hell yeah.
Christmas vacation shitter was full, so we had to get a new one, and we'll be I'm thinking, into May, last few weeks of May, early June, we'll be moving in, and I'll pray to the Lord that this house sells for enough and covers all my bills.
Hell yeah. The American dream.
The American way, baby. Get on board. What have you been up to besides getting your Discord hacked like a ding dong?
Dude, what a fucking idiot that guy was.
I'm
talking about me.
Oh,
dude, that whole thing was crazy.
Dude, I'm out here working on a house, and I'm in our Discord, and it's like, you got to get Fry out of your Discord. You got to block him. I'm like, what's going on, man? And I'm like, I have to be standing close enough to the Starlink to like get a message. So like I would go away and do stuff on my phone about it, and then I'd come back and all this stuff with Discord, and Red was talking, and like, dude, what is happening, man?
Yeah. So I forgot about it, but so we're talking to developers, right? We're putting together a team for the next project, and this guy's talking to me, and we're going back and forth. We're setting up a meeting for Monday, and just in the middle of that conversation, I get a message from him saying he's working on a game with a friend of his or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. And he's like, yeah, you should check it out. He's looking for feedback. I'm like, cool, sure, I'll look at it. Didn't even think about it. Go to sleep. Next morning, he hits me up, like first thing in the morning. He's like, hey, did you get a chance to look at it? I'm like, oh, no, I'll do it right now. Just got to the PC. Didn't even think twice about it because we were talking about games. We were sharing portfolios, projects.
Crazy.
And it just, he got hacked at the perfect moment in time where he was fucking talking to me. And I did it without even a second guess. And it was stupid on me. But then I spent 48 hours trying to get a hold of Discord support while this dude it was so crazy. He had access to my Instagram because of the session tokens that he took. He followed an account on Instagram because I have my DMs turned off. You have to, it shows up in message requests. So he follows this account on my account and then messages me on Instagram. And he's like trying to extort me to get the account back as I'm trying to talk to Discord. And I'm just kind of fucking with him and just trying to and it was just a shit show for 48 hours. Discord, by the way, just a long story short, Discord has no humans in the building during the weekends. So if you ever submit a ticket, good luck. You're talking to automated support. But what's crazier is the automated support is an AI because he was also talking to an automated support bot and he got the authorization to transfer the account to another email address. And so at that point I was like, oh, well, it's gone. Like there's nothing they can do. Monday morning, first thing, I get 2 messages from actual humans at Discord and they got everything solved within 20 minutes.
That's crazy, man.
Ridiculous.
Can we get a weekend shift at Discord over there?
That's what I said in the video. It's like the janitor could have looked over on the screen and saw that what the fuck was going on.
Like, oh, this guy's in trouble. I should help. Right. Sets down his mop. I got this. Turns his hat around.
Would have been done. But
Come on, man.
Ridiculous.
That's great. Well, I mean, there's not many users on Discord. It is a tiny company.
It is a small loan of $1 million company, but for sure. But other than that, I've been playing a lot of Windrose, which is a brand new like pirate survival game in early access, and that's been really fun. We got a nice little 10-slot server for everybody in like the inner circle. We've been jumping on and just sailing boats and taking out Blackbeard ships, and it's been super cool.
Dude, we're gonna roll the same thing when Way of the Hunter 2 gets its co-op PV.
I can't wait.
That stuff with multiplayer,
yeah,
because it already has a persistent world. So I also have been getting into like a little bit of a cozy game as well.
Yeah,
for the first time ever. Like I always am PvP, and now the last few nights on my stream, I've been playing The Way of the Hunter 2. I talked about the demo and stuff. I finally bought it. Dude, it's so cool, man. I'm having so much fun because I hunt a lot in real life, and like some of the moments I've already had, there was an elk that you have to get like a 90% fitness, like a giant elk, and it gave me the slip for like 2 nights, and the whole day at work I was thinking about that son of a bitch. And so I got home, and so in your game, the world is persistent. So like that same exact elk herd was in the same place. So I went back to go after the same elk.
Cool.
And so they're going to do that. They put out their roadmap. We'll talk about it later. But yeah, they put out a roadmap where they're going to be adding multiplayer, like co-ops, and then they're going to add persistent worlds so you and your friends can take part. And there's a whole thing with like game management and managing the land and growing bigger trophies and stuff like this. And the world looks incredible, dude. I'm excited for it. But that caught me out of nowhere. I never thought I'd play a game like that, but
that's awesome, dude. Well, you're getting a little older. You're getting out of the PvP stuff now. I see it.
Yeah. Yeah. You should see you should see my walking posture after I put siding on a house, dude.
Dude, I believe it. I'd be fucked.
Yeah, I was walking around at like a 38-degree angle the entire day.
Oh yeah, nice. Everything is a cane.
Yeah, yeah. Just I moved from object to object to support my weight.
Yeah, hell yeah. The floor is lava. Yeah. Listen, if you guys are listening to us on Spotify, Apple, wherever you're listening to podcasts, make sure if you guys can leave a 5-star review, and if you can leave a comment, let us know what you think of the show. And if you're on YouTube, same thing. Leave a like on the video. Let us know what you think down below. Make sure you guys subscribe to both myself and Crash. BigfryTV everywhere. Crash, let them know your socials and we'll get into the show.
Yeah, man. I'd love for you guys to come hang out with me on my streams. I have a ton of fun over there. Twitch.tv/Crash8. Crashes 1 through 7 we're taking. We are at Crash Game, no S for some reason, over on YouTube, and FPS_Crash on X. I guess there's a lot of crashes out there. I wasn't the first one. So I just got to get around all this stuff. With that being said, meta breakdown. All right, guys, in today's meta breakdown, we're going to cover a game that we talked about off and on for a long time. It is going to be Gray Zone's new update, Spearhead. And I know you guys might be thinking, guys, we've already been playing it for a while. Well, we've been bringing you guys incredible, awesome interview shows.
That part.
And me and Fry haven't got a chance to talk about it yet.
That's true.
So buckle up, and we're going to get into it. But it also means we've got some more time with it, too. So we're going to have some incredible, infallible, perfect, watertight opinions that 100%. no one can possibly debate in the comments at all. So yeah, man, Gray Zone Warfare Spearhead, it's been out for a bit. I think the honeymoon phase has worn off for me for a little bit, but man, it's still feeling really positive, man.
Yeah.
It's such a good move for the game, in my opinion. Still seeing mostly good stuff about it. I think how we'll break it down, I'm sure opinions will flow and things will change, but we're going to talk a little bit about positive and negatives from both of us.
Sure.
And do I kick it off with positivity? Do we make one of those shit sandwiches where we like
Always.
compliment and then hit them and then compliment? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Man, like I thought about after playing the play test, the map interactivity is just where the game needs to go.
Okay.
Like
now,
with
I need you to break that down. What does that mean?
Seeing the tasks on the map and their area is chef's kiss. And I touched on that a little bit more. So I touched on that in a previous episode after we had run the play test. So I don't want to harp on just that aspect of it a little bit, but that's the right direction the game needs to go, in my opinion, to get that map feeling alive and leaning into that open worldness of the game. But yeah, being able to see that and not have to go to another website to look and just stay in the game and do your tasks, kind of see at a glance where you can go, like we did in the play test, playing your routes. You know, we're going to go here, do this, take this over, take this cop, and then we can operate in this area. Just awesome.
It's awesome,
dude. Yeah, it's so good. It makes it. It's just a step in the right direction for the game, and it's just another layer of goodness on the persistent server foundation.
Yeah,
because that's what caught my eye about Gray Zone the very first time I heard about it, is the persistent servers, like not having to leave or having a raid timer, and having the map feel alive and moving around and things happen is the play. And I will say, I'm gonna riff just a little bit here. We might disagree on this, because based on what I've heard you say a little bit about it, I think PvP is the play this wipe. And I think, and it might be changing as people get, kind of done with the quests and stuff like that, I think the best way to enjoy Gray Zone and the best moments I've had and some of the holy shit, this is awesome moments were in PvP. And I think the game is based on also some of the things Mara said, I think, in my opinion, that's how the game is supposed to be played when you're in the PvP servers, but you're not explicitly seeking it out. And you're playing it like you would be in a PvE where you're going out, you're taking a cop, you're doing a mission, but you're keeping ears to the sky for choppers. You're listening for gunshots in the distance, and you never ever know when you're going to run into PvP. And it was kind of rare for us to come across PvP. It happened a couple times, but that makes it like, holy shit, there's an enemy op in there doing the same mission as me or operating in the same area. We had a moment where we're in the PvP servers and we're getting ready to leave up by Hunter's Paradise, and we were waiting on our chopper, and I heard the chopper come in, and in my head I'm like, okay, it's time to get on. And then I look, I'm like, wait, we still got 45 seconds till our chopper gets here. I'm like, holy shit. So we got down in a bush. There were two of us. I'm like, dude, it's 4 full guys. So I got in a bush and we watched them run on and get onto the chopper and watch them, and they never knew we were there. And then our chopper, it just, moments like that is where it's at. I know there's some problems with PvP that we could talk about too, that kind of mess that up when people don't play the game how they're supposed to. I guess I hate saying that because that shouldn't be a thing, but like, that's where it shines, man. If you're playing PvP, you're questing, and true emergent PvP happens. That's when I've had the coolest moments so far.
So the best moments of PvP are when you're in a city, away from helicopters, away from cops, away from everything, and it just happens naturally. And you just hear gunshots ring out, and you're like, oh fuck, we're like around guys. And you're right, it's that emergent PvP. The worst parts of Gray Zone now are the way that their helicopter system works with PvP, with the invincible body. 5 seconds after you jump off the helicopter, you're invincible. You can run. That stuff is super lame. And then also, I think the distance between certain cops and LZs. So we were playing one of the first days. We were in a cop. I can't remember what the name of it was, but there's an LZ just to the south of the cop, 150 meters away. And so guys were coming in from enemy factions, running up to us. They die. We kill them because we're inside the cop and we can just see them. And then they would just come back and just come back and just come back. And it was a constant cycle of them coming back. They're invincible off the chopper. They run up, they get killed again. But the problem is there's nothing for us to do as a defensive, right? Because they're just going to keep doing it. And then eventually they take over because you either stand there and eventually die, and then they take over the cop, and then you can't spawn there. So in my negatives, I have PvP is now the lesser mode because there's still so many problems with it. But you're right. When it pops up naturally, it's unlike anything else on the market. I
just want to paint that picture that I have in my head. You're saying that. So you're in the cops and you guys are all fortified, and these guys are running across these open fields from the chopper, and you're like, bro, I can see you.
Yep.
Like,
that's exactly. And literally I'm inside the building in the cop, and I remember I just opened a window and was like, oh, dead.
You should have said on prox chat, I can see you, right?
They were a little too far away for a prox, but it's basically that. You could spit from where you're at and hit them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's incredible. Let's hit me with one of your positives.
One of my positives, I mean, I definitely agree with you about the map interactivity. I said it feels a lot more like an MMO in that sense, where you have your tasks, you have your questing areas, and just the ability to move and plan your own routes with your team is fucking phenomenal. And then just for me too, like I like, obviously, the optimization so much better than it was before. We can get into the AI and stuff a little bit later, but for the most part, I really just enjoyed where the game is currently at from a performance standpoint, from that interactivity standpoint, and just being able to actually like play a game competently with my friends. And like you said, not having everybody have to go onto a map tracker and everything, and it's just contained in there, and it just works. And it for the most part, it just works. There's some friction still, but that friction is going away every single update. So yeah, that's like, I think the main positive for me is like, I just had a really good fucking time playing it with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. And it starts like with the map too, just like you said, you touched on it too. It's much more immersive too, because I've had moments where I'm like, this is how it would actually work out in real life. Whenever you go to accept a quest and it's in this area. So that makes sense. Like if your boss gave you an area, they would say it's somewhere in this area. I don't know where it is. It's your job to find it. You have that area. You have some intuition. Like we should sweep and check the buildings. We should check the rooms. and you look for it, and it's like, this is actually how that shit would go. Not look it up on a wiki. Oh, okay, it's in this room on this bookshelf. Okay,
exactly. Yeah,
like you actually search and you play the game, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool.
And that leads to my other one is just the flexibility of the open world. Having and it ties into the map too, but just having all that stuff where you can see it and having the flexibility to play how you want to.
Yeah.
And some people will also say, man, I don't know. This is a hot topic too. This is a big question is, some people say PvE and PvP shouldn't be the same character.
I agree.
I kind of disagree, man. It's so nice. I don't know. It's so nice to have the flexibility to play how you want to, and then you're not throwing your time down the drain. You're still leveling stuff up. And the reason I think it's okay is because it's not like a Tarkov, or even like I'm hearing Marathon is now, where, you know, early wipe, you got to level up, get stuff. You get viable weapons and stuff pretty early, especially with the magazines you can find. So I just don't feel like, and when you play PvP, if you play PvP correctly, like
right.
I told you, you're not going to see those metas and stuff like that, because when you play PvP, it's not your main goal. You're not getting into PvP fights all the time.
True.
So I just don't feel like there's as big of an advantage as there would be in other extraction type games, to where you could level up, get millions of dollars in PvE, like you can in Arena Breakout now with the PvE mode. And because that one, when you play PvP in ABI, that's what you're doing. Like you're going to kill other players and loot the map and get out. That's like what you're doing. In here, I think it's a little bit different, and having that flexibility is so nice. Because if I don't have any friends on and I want to just chill and talk to chat and run around and do quests, I can do PvE, no stress. If I want that extra tension, I run PvP. And
so
I don't know.
I think the further I get in the game, and now you're unlocking places like Midnight Sapphire, Tiger Bay, and those are where the hot spots are for PvP, right? And I think once you start getting into those areas, for me, I do think it's a little cheeseball that somebody, like you said, it might be nice, sure, but it's one of those things like, oh, I don't really feel like putting my stuff at risk outside of just fighting AI. I'm just going to play on PvE. And you gear up there, and then you can go back into PvP servers with that same set of gear. You could say the advantage isn't, inherent, but it still exists. And I just think, to me, it's kind of a coward's way to play. If you're sitting there, I'm going to fucking say it, bro.
Jeez, man, you're a little high horsing me here.
I'm high horsing. Well, maybe not. But the thing is you're not trying to min max it. You're sitting here like, I'm just playing, with chat, whatever. I'm just fucking around, play PvE. There are people who I'm going to grind up. I'm going to go to Tiger Bay. I'm just going to do it on PvE servers and get all my gear, and then I'm going to take that into PvP. And you're kind of a fucking little scumbag about it. And so I don't know. I feel like
said it wasn't me.
It could be you, and that's the problem. No, I don't know. I don't really care at the end of the day, but it is a weird thing. Like, if I could choose between one or the other, I would separate them for sure.
Okay. Now that is a problem. And on this program, we like to offer solutions. I just thought of one. What would you think if they did it to where the PvE loot was worth a lot less, so you couldn't earn like loot? Because that's kind of what ABI does if you play the secure ops. Okay. Like, you don't lose your gear, but the loot items you get are worth way, way less.
Okay, when you say worth, are you talking like a dollar
traders.
Value, or oh, okay, but like the guns and stuff are still better, or like the equivalent, right?
They would have to be the same, but I'm just saying, you sell everything across the board to the traders, and it would be tagged like, you got this item while you were in PvE. Okay. And when you sell it, it's worth like a third of the amount.
Yeah,
so so people couldn't do what you said and go to Tiger Bay or go to Midnight Sapphire, because dude, you can go to Midnight Sapphire right now and walk out of there with 150, 200 grand in PvE every time. So there's already people with tens of millions of dollars, but so I would think it'd be cool if stuff was tagged as found in PvE, and it was worth like a third or a quarter as much.
Yep, that's definitely a solution for sure. Yep.
So I'm your problem guy. I'll fix whatever.
Yep. Can we get into the negatives?
You want to?
I kind of want to. Yeah.
Okay. No way. Fry wants to be negative. Holy. Breaking news.
All right. Hold on.
You've done so much damage in this indie scene,
Yeah, for sure, bro. Fucking
Check out his
asshole.
latest video.
Okay. I have to talk, and you have it here, ballistic simulation. I want to dive into that. What do you mean by that?
I still don't think it's right. I still think there's tanky AI.
Yep.
I've heard it from a lot of people. I've also experienced it, and I do also have a solution for this as well.
Gotcha.
There are times where, and there, I'm not sold on it, but there could also be a scope zeroing issue too, where bullets aren't hitting where they ought to be. So I think a lot of times when you head shoot an unarmored AI, it sometimes like goes into their neck and stuff.
Yeah.
And you don't get that brain hit that you expect and drops them. But if you do the math, for those of you playing at home, you shoot somebody in the neck, they're probably going down anyway. And that's not happening, right, in the simulation. And it's not, I don't want them to go back to a simple HP system. I think this no pun intended, I think this solution has legs. I think the ballistic simulation is pretty cool. Trying to simulate what would actually happen. But with that being said, I think we take it a step farther and crank it up just a little bit more for AI. And I think those off organ hits in AI should do a lot of bleeding.
Yeah.
To where like, so if you hit in the neck, they're may not die right away, but they're gonna go down in like 3 to 5 seconds because they're gonna bleed out.
Right.
Because I did go to college for biology, and I know that there's some major arteries in the neck. So if you get shot in the neck, you're probably in deep shit. So what I think would be really cool is for on AI, this is a solution that I think plays into their realism that they're after. So I think it works for them. I'm not trying to bring it back in arcade and just add a blanket HP system like most other games.
Yeah.
I just think when you I think you leave it the same for PvP. That feels pretty good. Like it's kind of okay to take some bullets in PvP. I feel like kind of leave it how it is. You need time to heal your bleeds and stuff, or it kind of negates the whole health system. But on AI enemies, when you shoot them in the flesh, I think their bleed rate needs to go way up. And each time you hit them in another flesh spot, it's exponentially faster. So 2 shots to the neck is almost the same as 1 to the head.
Right.
Just make him bleed like out, like kind of like the PMCs do, but just quicker. And I think it would make it feel a lot better.
I think so too. The reason I wanted to get into this was because I was going back through my Twitch clips the other day, trying to get clips for socials. And I noticed that, and I want to give a shout out to Foxic, who is, I believe, their community manager, correct? So he must have been in my stream while we were playing Gray Zone, and I'm noticing a bunch of clips made from him where every time we run into tanky AI, he's clipping it. And I'm guessing he's using that to show the devs. So at the very least, I think they're very aware that there's a problem.
Yeah. That's one of the main things you see, like for feedback of like negatives.
It's one of the things I said during the playtest, and even after, it was going to start pushing people away. Is just how fucking tanky some of these guys are, and I don't think it's one issue. I think it's a multitude of things compounding on one another. So I think your scope issue is 100%. The zeroing is fucked. I don't care what they tell me. I've brought it up to them, and I've showed them in streams, and I've heard some fucking responses from. One we know as Devil Dog, who very arrogant about it, but he says that there's no problems. We all know that there is, and we can see it. That the AI hit boxes and the hit registration on top of the desync on the servers. I think it's those 3 things just compounding on one another. Your issue will help, but I still think the scopes and stuff that are throwing the bullets out of whack, where you think you get a headshot but you just don't, it'll help, but there's more problems on top of it.
Yeah, and I think this has been a problem with the game since the beginning, is this ballistic simulation. It hasn't worked out like I envisioned it, and potentially how I guess I can't put words in their mouth and say it's not how they envisioned it, but I think it's getting close. Like it's getting close, and I don't want them to abandon it because it is unique. Like it's unique, and I want them to keep going because I think they're like 70% of the way there on this thing.
Yeah.
And that's one of the cool things that they did with this game too, on top of the persistent stuff, is I think this ballistic simulation is pretty damn cool. To where you can actually, and if you have some of those slower fights and stuff, you actually can kind of think about how to shoot enemies. You can think about what armor they have, what ammo you have. You know, do you have some kind of pin ammo, like where you want to shoot them and stuff like that. So I think it's really cool. I think adding that bleed rate on AI would help a ton.
Yeah,
I think it would get us to like an 89, like a B+.
There you go. Cool.
If I'm being perfectly honest.
Now, we gave a lot of praise to the questing overhaul. I think it's probably the biggest positive that came out of the patch. One thing that I don't have on my list that I'm surprised I didn't put on there. How do you feel about the quests themselves?
No, they're feeling redundant. I think that's where you're headed.
Yo, yeah.
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 I brought this up to them as well, bro. How many times do we have to go check on somebody that the traders know, and then they just end up dead in a barn somewhere?
Yeah.
And you just
it's
gotta
like, go check on so-and-so, and you're like, you raise your hand, like, I think I know what happened.
I think I know they're dead. Like every single fucking time.
Yeah.
The one time that caught me was we were joking about it, and then we got sent on a quest to go check out. My friend was in this random village, and we need you to go check on it. And we were laughing about it the whole time because we're just like, we know when we show up, they're going to be dead. We showed up, and the entire village was burned to the ground. Like everything was like cindered, and I just burst out fucking laughing because I'm like, gee, I wonder what happened. And then there they were scorched on the fucking ground.
Yeah, like Uncle Owen and Aunt Peru in the old Star Wars there.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. They're pretty repetitive, but I get it. I don't know how everyone feels. I would be interested to read the comments on this, like where people feel about the timeline and stuff. Because I feel like, and I know we're a couple years into this, but I feel like we're still getting the foundation of the game, and it's getting pretty solid.
Yeah.
And I think there's going to be more to the questing and stuff, and it feels like they're still fleshing out some of these basic systems.
Yeah.
And that's up to you guys and your opinions if you think it's not fast enough or not. I think looking at other games on this scale and their development cycle and how many years it takes, I think they're doing good. I think they're on track for stuff. But I think the quest, like they're still working on the bones, and there's going to be some more variety in quests. I think that's one of the last steps to be added. I will say, I feel like you have something you want to say.
No.
Okay.
That's a podcast.
I'll keep going, man. I'll keep.
Of course, go for it.
That's what I do. I will say one of the things that could be better, and we'll get into this in some of the patch that they're going to drop tomorrow. I think the quest could be organized better. Because sometimes I do want to do main quests that I haven't done before. It would be really cool to be able to sort those.
Yep.
Maybe I could like a filter, and I bet they're adding this because it'd be so sick. If you could filter out first time quest, and if you could filter out main quests, side quests, contracts, if you could filter out the quests by what kind of quests they are, if they're like the contracts where you have to find stuff. So like find items quests. And if you could sort that out and filter out what quests you're after, it'd be so sick.
And let us abandon quests, which I thought was a crazy oversight, because I just have quests like I don't like the collect 2 fucking lithium grease tanks and bring it. I'm not doing those. But sometimes I'll accidentally accept one because a friend does it and whatever. Just let me abandon it. I don't want it on my list. I don't want to look at it. Yeah.
Yep. We 100%. Have a huge step in the right direction with the quests on the map, but we need a little bit more organization.
For sure.
On the like flesh out that feature just a little bit more on that. A filter system would be sweet.
100%.
Yeah, where else are you at on negatives about your co-op questing?
Oh, well, I mean that kind of goes goes into another thing with when you and me are questing together. Sometimes I'll have a quest on the map that you don't have.
A lot of times.
I feel like a lot. It's not sometimes. It's fucking all the time. So I feel like if you get into a group with somebody, there has to be a way to sync those quests together, because a lot of them are repeatable. I think all of them are repeatable. So if there's quests on your map, just let me be able to do them.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's because realistically they're just repeating and you're just getting reputation anyway. So there should be no harm, no foul. Or do something.
I'm 99.9% sure they're working on that. So
yeah. Needs to happen. Well, you have the patch notes. That's by the time this podcast goes out, we won't be breaking any sort of embargoes. What's the big things that are coming with this patch, and do we know when it's coming?
I don't know when the patch is exactly dropping, but I know we can talk about it tomorrow. I'm scanning them real quick. I'm sorry, guys. I'm scanning them real quick to see. This is how, this is a little insight into how Crash makes a YouTube video. This is I just pull this up and I start yapping.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. They give us, I'm not sure when it'll go live. But yeah, we can talk about it on the 22nd.
Sure.
They kind of set the table and say they're planning 4 or 5 additional patches to support 0.4. So we know that there's 4 big, changes coming throughout the summer. One of the big ones here is there is a new UI indicator. of player visibility to AI. So this affects, which is affected by concealment. So what's in front of you, weather effects, light conditions, movement speed, and if a suppressor is equipped or not. So it gives you on the screen like a range of where you can be seen and be detected. So a little bit more predictability to the AI.
Interesting.
Is probably good. Along with that, they're getting into some AI changes. Almost every patch, in my opinion, has some AI tweaks. So they're adding more AI to smaller locations with new gangs of AI enemies. They're boosting the numbers at larger POIs and tweaking their behavior and difficulty. I think that's good. Went along with what you said earlier, talking about how you can min max the shit out of Midnight Sapphire. So they need to make some of those a little bit tougher. Hopefully that's in there. Fixes to availability and repetition of current tasks on the task system. And then this is a step in the direction I think we're talking about. It says there is a new long-term contract system where objectives will be displayed directly on your tactical map. So and I think from what I saw in the screenshot, that was kind of like those find quests, like find this and this.
Right.
But it separates them out. And that feels like a first step in maybe like a filter system or sorting quest or something like that. So that's what I'm hopeful they keep going down this route with the contract system. And then squad task sharing, which is exactly what you touched on.
Yeah.
They said we're working on it and they hear the frustration. So they are definitely working on that.
Good job, Rick.
Dude, see how fast that was? We bitch about it on the show, and within the show, like they're already working on it because of us.
Real influencers right here, ladies and gentlemen.
The art of the deal. Oh Lord. They're working on the economy as well. Improvements to vendors and the in-game economy. Hey, why don't you take my other idea and just knock off the prices on PvE and balance that out? Nights will become even darker. They're changing that. And this is a big one. Noticeable optimization improvements. So even more optimization. And they said they'll be noticeable. Usually they give the caveat of like noticeable on lowered in systems or whatever. But they're saying there's a blanket statement here saying, so hopefully, I mean, that's pretty sweet. And then the addition of DLSS 4.5. So they said this was coming. Here it is.
Cool.
So I think that'll be cool. And then a bunch of general fixes and stuff like that. So
yeah, no, all that sounds good. 4 big updates. And then I see at the end here, they say that they have big plans for 0.5 and possibly this summer. So we'll see. I'll believe that when I see it, but no, that all sounds dope.
Yeah. And I think my big takeaway for patch 0.4 is I think it puts a lot of stuff in a good place. I think the summary would be that they're really getting a good foundation here, and the PvP still needs some work, still needs some balancing. But keep trucking on the ballistic systems and the AI, and it makes me excited for 0.5 when you start adding crafting, and like that's gonna be super sick. If there's like some really cool stuff that you can't get, maybe you have to craft it.
Right.
Some more reasons, just adding another layer of necessity for the loot tables, like more stuff to look for, more stuff to do.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be sweet. So it makes me excited for 0.5. I think that's going to add a lot. And then, if they be cool to add some kind of hideout back at the main fob that you can level up and work on, like your favorite game, Project Black Budget.
I thought you were going to say Incursion Red River.
They do that. They do that well, though.
They do that well.
But I know how much you love Black Budget and the gunplay.
Bro, I love how that playtest came and then they just like fell off the face of the earth.
I think they're the Homer Simpson meme backing into the bush. Like they got all the play.
Everyone was so excited.
Like slowly backing away. But
I forgot about that game actually. Yeah. But yeah, guys, let us know what you guys think of Gray Zone Warfare's 0.4 update. Have you guys been playing it? We're curious to hear your guys' thoughts down below. Do we have anything else to go over with Gray Zone?
Man, I don't think so. I think it's time to hit up the patch notes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the patch notes. These are industry stories that we want to talk about. Maybe not put as much time in as we do with the meta breakdown, but still want to chat about what we got coming up. And, well, apparently, news to me, Battlefield 6. Oh, man, are we back? I think Battlefield's back, boys.
Dude, death, taxes, and Battlefield trying to reverse the shit, man. Every time they gotta like try to bring it back, dude. Like, yeah, I was just saying, every time something like this happens, I think about that one time when I used to do summaries on my YouTube channel of the EA earnings calls, just trying to get like any kind of information we could. And in one of them, he said after 2042, what Dave Wilson, Andrew Wilson. He said DICE is going to turn stuff around. They have a great track record of listening to the community and turning games around. And I'm like, dude, that's like not a compliment. Like consistently having to fix stuff. Like when you just do it right the first time for once in your life. But yeah, Battlefield's doing stuff that everybody's been asking for probably close to a decade, man. Like if you do the math on like a server browser, like how long since Battlefield 5, like all the way through 24, like the 2 years after that, all the way through 2042, all the way up to the lead up of this, people have been asking for a server browser. How are you supposed to feel? Are you supposed to be like, yay, we're getting a server browser? Or are you supposed to be like, dude, like, why did it take that long?
This is kind of what I said. It's just like Platoon's server browser are the two biggest fucking things that people have been asking for forever. And so like, I'm glad they're coming, but I mean, why couldn't this have been there at launch? And if it couldn't, why did we launch? You know what I mean? This feels like, I said, this feels like the proper launch of Battlefield. Right now we have enough maps in the pool to kind of satisfy people. We're going into season 3 in May, and I'll be honest, season 3 isn't even really the exciting one for me. We're getting 2 maps, right? We got Railway to Goldmund and Cairo Bazaar. I'm excited for Cairo. Were you a fan of Grand Bazaar back in the day? Yeah,
it's good. I like as someone who's like, I'm looking forward to it too. Is like, people will hate me, but I'm mainly infantry player, so
that's
like
fair.
These kind of maps are good by me.
Yeah. And then they're doing stuff for BRs. Like we have the rank play leaderboards, BR solos. I don't care. I'm not a red set guy.
I'm still like, I don't know if I'm being like an entitled YouTube commenter, but I'm like, why did it take this fucking long, dude?
Yeah.
Like you're just now adding solos after the game's like dying, and you're just now doing BR ranked play. DICE is so fast to abandon stuff too. Like you remember they were going to have that competition, that red
Elite
sec
series,
with the Elite series, and they're like, wait, it's too broken, and then crickets.
Well, they did just announce with this update roadmap thing that the Elite series is coming back.
Yeah. It's been months.
It's been 4 months because that was supposed to be in December. Yeah.
Like, and they canceled it just a couple days before, and then they're like, we're not even so like
they canceled it the morning of because I was supposed to play in that. I was going to be on somebody's team, and I showed up that day, and apparently all hell broke loose on the live stream, and shit got canceled right then and there.
And we haven't heard anything about it until now.
Yeah,
that's just crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
And then let's dig into the server browsers just a little bit too.
Sure.
Everybody, like, that's a huge one for me. I have a multitude of reasons why. I can get into it if you'd like, don't have to.
Sure.
One of the things that Serland, right, Tigger on X said was that the reason they weren't doing server browsers is because it was too expensive.
Yeah.
It was too expensive to have persistent servers and keep them spinning. So tinfoil hat did they want to wait until the player numbers were super low and then do server browser? Was that the plan all along?
Probably.
Like to do that and to try to get some players back. Like,
it's not tinfoil hat though. That makes sense. Completely makes sense.
I mean, you get I guess a lot of stuff that people would call tinfoil hat. You can literally follow the money, and that's probably like what happened. So I guess you're right.
My thing is, in Battlefield 4, we were able to host our own servers. Like we could pay them to host the servers. So like, what cost?
Build it in Portal. Stop it. I know someone was just about to type it.
Well, yeah, they already have that in Portal. They don't though, because the Portal servers are fucked. They're trash.
30 hertz. You can't find and nobody finds them either. You literally have to have like 63 friends to like fill a server. And look, do I look like a guy that's gonna have that many friends? Obviously
what I'm worried about is that they're gonna half-ass the implementation. Like we're not going to be able to.
Why would you be worried?
Right. Yeah. Well, because DICE are the kings of listening to our feedback. We're in the era now, a post-launch Battlefield where now they're listening to the feedback era. That's where we're at. And
I mean, They did
Go
it with
ahead.
2042, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's the same shit. Like, oh, this is broken. We have to rework all the maps. Oh, oh, quick, guys, let's code together a scoreboard. No one could have foreseen we needed one of these. Like,
Right.
it's just classic DICE, man. And I really thought things were going to be different this time. And I know people could pull receipts of me being really excited for Battlefield 6. I think a lot of us were.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm so torn on this, like to either be excited or be like pissed off it took this long. I don't know what to be.
I think for me, like, I'm definitely both. It's a mixed bag because like the new maps coming, I'm super pumped for Wake Island, right? I haven't played, I never really touched Battlefield 5. Like I played it a little bit, but I never, and I know it came back with Battlefield 5 in a post-launch DLC, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't played Wake Island forever. So I'm excited for that. This other map, whatever, Tesoro Reef or whatever, don't really care. Naval Warfare, Custom Lobby, Spectator Mode, all coming season 4 in July. That's the big one for me. We're still 2 maps a season, which I think most people aren't very happy with. But then when we get to season 5, we're getting 3. They won't tell us what they are.
Getting closer.
Getting closer. So
They
that's
give
in
a
the
teaser.
fall. Yeah, they give a teaser. What do you think that is?
I mean, neon lights, Vegas.
Okay.
That's what I think. For those of you audio listeners, their teaser on the roadmap is like a puddle with the repair tool and a sledgehammer laying there, and in the puddle is a blurry reflection of like a lot of city street lights. That makes me think the Strip.
This is supposed to be a map that we've seen before. This is a classic map returning. I think it's Shanghai at night.
Oh,
I think that's the two speculation is it's that or Dawnbreaker.
both good. Yeah, I didn't realize it was going to be like another remake. Dude, I don't want too many remakes though. That's another cop out, man. A couple.
I agree, it's a cop out. I'll take
but Shanghai would be.
It'd be dope, right?
Yeah,
I want Strike at Karkan. It would be dope. Like I'm okay with playing on nostalgia if we're also getting other maps too.
Yeah, but we won't.
Well, we're only. I mean, technically, in this entire roadmap for the year, we're technically getting 1, 2, 3 new maps, Reef, and then the 2 others that are coming in season 5 that we know of right now, and then 3 of them are remakes of other maps. So yeah, it's
Man, Black Ops 7's still killing it out there with maps, baby.
Are you still playing it?
I might.
Oh, you're not? You stopped?
There's other stuff going on, man. I'm a tactical shooter guy. I got to keep up my image, dude. Like I can't be. You know the kind of hit my rep took playing COD this year.
did it take?
Dude, yeah.
Was it your rep or your ego? Which one?
Yes. I lost a little aura, as the kids say.
Yeah.
I was COD maxing and I lost the aura.
Yeah, you COD maxed. Yeah, a little too hard.
But I want to play Surge, so I'm going to again, so you guys can piss off.
I saw a tweet the other day, speaking of, where they said that Modern Warfare 4 is supposed to be the most tactical Call of Duty of all time.
Okay.
As per rumors.
Okay. It's probably the most technologically advanced COD of all time, too.
That's going to be the next ones we see.
Yeah. It's going to be crazy. I did see they took it off Game Pass. That's kind of wild.
Yeah, that just happened today. Yeah.
Yep. Took it off Game Pass and dropped the price of Game Pass. So.
Yep.
Didn't make enough money on her there.
No, they didn't. No. Well, and like we said that too. Like you're really just putting your cash cow right behind a subscription. It's not going to work. Yeah. They reverted that shit so fast.
Because, dude, the reason you buy the Call of Duty franchise is so you get that multi-billion-dollar check every fall when you launch the new one. Like that's 100%. Why you do it. And they took that away, and I was like, huh, okay. Yeah. Let's see how it works out for them.
Yeah.
Now we know.
Even 6 months.
Now we know. Hey, they're gonna be adding prox chat. So, to Battlefield 6.
Oh,
so that'll be cool.
That's
so
right.
That'll
when's that coming?
It says priority features coming this year: proc chat, platoon, server browser, and MP leaderboards.
Gotcha.
So proc chat means Burnt Peanut sponsored stream. Yep. That's gonna happen. So he'll be talking on there. That's what I see anymore when I see proc chat. Somebody's gonna pay the Peanut a lot of money.
Yeah, I will say I think every game needs prox chat after playing Arc Raiders.
Yeah, I love it. I also remember what this reminds me of. At first I'm like, dude, it's gonna be hectic and chaotic with a bunch of people screaming and stuff.
Yeah. But
it was in BattleBit and it was hilarious.
Yes.
It was so I'm in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was so funny in BattleBit.
I've been playing a little bit of Rainbow Six, and I keep thinking, like, imagine breaching into like the lobby on whatever bank, and you're just like breaching in, and you're just yelling as you're going in. As
hit him with the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah,
that would be so fucking sick, dude.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, no, proc chats where it's at for sure.
Well,
that's good. But I mean, it's all good stuff.
It is.
It's late. I feel, dude. I'm like first world problems. Crash right now.
It is. And like, should we be like that? I always feel a little like torn about it.
I am super torn because the other side of it is we're not paying for it either, right? Like these are all free maps and stuff. So it's like it's hard to bitch when I'm not. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to think.
Well, I mean, technically we are paying for it though. We might not be paying for everything, but it's like, to me, it's like you order a steak dinner at a restaurant, you get the steak, but all of the other stuff around it, the trimmings, the onions, all that, you don't get until later. And it's like, well, technically I paid for the steak, but like the onions and stuff are, it's extra free.
And then
stuff
the skin stores the tip, like
right, yeah, yeah. I was about to say some shit, but yeah,
which tip?
Yeah, exactly. The tip of them fucking bending ankles.
I knew where you were going.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, Battlefield 6 is going to be amazing. Everybody's going to come back to it. It's Battlefield 6's world, boys. We're just living in it.
We're just living in it.
It's saved, man. Battlefield's so back. Yep.
So Road to Vostok launched.
It did. Shout out Auntie. Guys, if you want to know a lot about that game and where it came from, the 2 episodes ago, that'd be episode 14.
Yeah.
Was Auntie talking about it, the man, the myth, the legend behind 98% of that game.
Yeah.
Talked about it, how it came to be. We got a little bit of his pre-launch jitters too, and it was really cool. And I'm just happy it's doing well. With all my stuff with the ranch move, I haven't got a chance to play it yet. I did purchase it to support because shout out Auntie. But yeah, I haven't played it yet. It's on the list.
I'm gonna pull it up here. Yeah, I did finally get a chance to play it. I want to talk about, so he put a tweet out. This was April 16th, so almost a week ago now. Road to Vostok has sold over 200,000 copies. Reviews remain very positive, with 4,500 reviews. The daily active users, 43,000 people logging in. There's over 230 mods already for the game. And a patch is coming next week. At the time of you guys watching this over on Patreon, he has an ETA of April 22nd. That's crazy. Yeah. 200,000 copies sold. He said he's already like made the entire development budget and timeline has already been secured. He absolutely killed it. I'm so fucking happy. I played it the other day. It's definitely early, but I had a good time playing it. It's not a game that in the current state I think I would put a ton of time into. I look at this more of like a tip. You gave us all those free demos all these years. You've been busting your ass. You know, I think on the sales, it was 14 or 15 bucks.
Yep.
Here you go. I'll play it. I'll play it when it's further along. And I don't even feel bad about it at all. But I mean, man, very positive reviews. He's killing it. He's absolutely killing it. Are you going to play it?
I'm going to. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I might be entering my single player story game arc as I get on in years. With my recent Way the Hunter gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. This is the kind of game where I think the reason I'm starting to like single player games is because they're really fun to stream because you can focus on chat and interacting and you can put on a good show playing some of these things. So that's where I think this game fits in. It'll be fun to play it and focus on chat and get through it. I'm not sure. Yeah. On the surface, it's not, like I said, I generally lean towards PvP stuff.
Right.
It's not something I would put a ton of time into. But after everything, I'm just so curious about how it plays and stuff after all that I know about the development of it and stuff.
Right.
So I have to give it a go. And I think it'll be fun to play on stream. And again, yeah, super happy for Auntie, man.
Yeah.
He did it the right way and did a great job. He took listen to that show, man. He took a huge risk too. Quitting his cushy military career to pursue this thing, and it doesn't work out for a lot of people. But he appears to have pulled it off, and yeah, man, it's cool. I watched a bunch of people play it. I watched you play it for a little bit. I watched Cotton play it some, and yeah, everybody seemed to be having a good time. And seeing an early access survival game get those kind of reviews on Steam is unheard of.
Yep.
So
usually games that get that, like in the survival genre, usually it's a lot of co-op from people. I don't think this one's co-op. I genuinely think there's a unbelievable foundation there. And there's a gameplay loop that I think is satisfying enough for if you did jump in at, $14-15. I think you're going to get your money's worth tenfold, even just like playing it in small doses as development continues, right? It's just, he did such a great job.
And if you did have the trepidation of like, this is another early access survival thing, having him tweet that stuff and say that the funding timeline is secured indefinitely into the future, you got to feel good about that if you spend the money on it. So yeah, man, it's good to see. I think we can talk about it some more later down the road. If we get more time playing it or something, we can bring it back up and get into it.
All right. Well, I think with that, man, it's time to get into the sleeper hits.
Guys, welcome into the sleeper hits part of the show, and this hopefully means you guys aren't sleeping. It's fine. We're still doing well. We're doing well. This is the part of the program where we talk about stuff you might not have heard of. Now, if you have been listening to the show, you've heard me talk about it a little bit. I wanted to talk about Way of the Hunter 2, man. I've just had a ton of fun on it. I looked at the player numbers, and like when I looked at it, there's like 130 people playing it.
Shit.
Not a ton of people playing this. Some of the people when I was streaming, like they didn't even realize that there was a new Way of the Hunter 2. Like they'd play Way of the Hunter. They didn't even know that they released a new one. Dang. And when I was streaming it last night, I went to raid somebody in the category on Twitch.
Yeah.
And I was the only one streaming it. Like there was literally not another single person streaming it. Yeah.
So is this an early access release?
It is. Yeah, it's early access on Steam.
Okay.
So it's like, I mean, it's not like crazy hard to find. And it's got, I think if I remember right, it was mostly positive.
Okay.
I could check that out, but, and they already put a roadmap out to 1.0. So anyway, the reason this piqued my interest is because during Steam Next Fest, they had a demo where you could play it and you go through the tutorial and the graphics are crazy. Like the graphics look so good, dude. It looks like one of those, like I said earlier, it looks like an Unreal Engine like demo, but you're actually playing in it. I did get some frame hiccups and stuff. There's still some jitters like moving around the maps. I'm assuming this map is massive and there's like some caching issues. This is like the mountains in Canada, I think is where this takes place. That's what it feels like to me at least. But there's like no draw-in distance either. Like you can look across a mountain that's like 600 yards away.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Canada, meters. Like 600 meters away. Well, I didn't want to offend you with my freedom unit.
Megameters, yeah.
Okay,
that's what we call them.
Yep. Isn't that a kilometer or a tick? I don't know. Anyway,
I don't know.
600 meters away, and you see all the trees, and then you look through with your binoculars, and nothing pops in or out. Like it like everything's like drawn in. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Like when you get that pop in on like usually big maps and stuff like that.
There's no like draw distance.
Like an LOD or is that what it is? You're the game
LOD.
dev. Help me out here.
Yeah, LODs, yeah.
So anyway, it was just really cool. And then I started playing it and reading about it. And I found out that there's like a whole like meta game about like managing the wildlife. And I'm a hunter in real life. I also have a degree in wildlife biology. So like this thing in a game is like really cool to me. You can eventually work up to be able to purchase land. And then as you like clean up the water, plant food plots, give them cover and manage the land, you can grow like bigger trophies and stuff like that. So there's like a whole like land management thing. And they came out with a roadmap. They're going to bring in the first update, which is really soon. They said this month. There's not much this month left. They're bringing thermal night vision so you can night vision some animals. Infrastructure improvements. They're opening up a bunch of bridges and roadways. You can drive a Toyota Tundra around to get to your hunting spot. It looks sick too. Cool. They're adding suppressors, new stuff to the photo mode, and some more quality of life stuff. And then in the second update, they're getting a whole new map. And this map is huge. So there's going to be another one coming. I would caution people. It might be like, I feel like a lot of these sim games, it costs money. Like the second map will cost something, I'm guessing, and new animal species and stuff like that. But more exciting to me is they're working on multiplayer through the timeline. They give it like a generic graphic timeline, but they don't say like the dates. So they're doing They're in an open beta right now. They're adding basic co-op so you can get in and share the same game. And then they're adding persistent worlds so you can, I'm guessing, if everybody leaves, you can still get into the same server. Anyone can access it. And then they're coming up with a multiplayer mode. So I don't know what that is, like a new way to play it. But just the thought of having a server on here where you have your friends and you guys can work together and buy land and like fix it up and get like bigger animals to grow and stuff. It's like Animal Crossing, but you get to shoot them.
Yeah.
So, and then they're doing like advanced dog training. You have a dog that you can train that helps you track stuff. Like if you get an animal down or something like that. And they changed the lodge. The lodges is really cool. And then they're doing expanded weather. So there's going to be new weather. I'm interested to see that, like how cool they have it looking now atmospherically.
Yeah.
Like what the expanded weather is going to be. And they're working on the animal AI. It's buggy too. This is definitely early access. I've seen a few bugs here and there, but dude, it's been fun. It's been such a chill game to play. I had some of the coolest moments on it too. Like in the tutorial, you have to shoot some turkeys. So, and it plays with the wind. Like if you're shooting like an ungulate, like a mammal that can smell, you have to play the wind. Like they'll smell you. You have to be quiet. You can use cover to get close and stuff. So I could hear these turkeys in the bushes in front of me, and I had a shotgun, and I sneak up on them, and I see the hen poke her head out, and I'm looking for the tom, right? I'm looking for the male turkey, and she walked by, and I'm like, in real life, dude, when the hen walks by, the tom's following. So I just stopped and I waited, and like 3 turkeys later, the big tom came out, and boom, and I was like, dude, that's like literally like how it happens in real life.
That's so cool.
And then I had an elk. I had to kill a 90% fitness elk in this one area. And I only had a 308, which is like, it'll do an elk, but you got to get close. So like I was playing the wind. I was getting up on high ridges with the wind, glass, and trying to find a thing, making a move on him, getting in front of him. I spooked him a couple times. I got some hits on him, but didn't kill him. And so I had to stop streaming because I had to go to work. And then the whole day at work, I was like thinking about this elk. I'm like, dude, this elk gave me the slip. And then last night, I finally got close, snuck up on him and got him. But yeah, I tweeted about it. It's pretty funny. But yeah, man, like I'm surprised at how much I'm all in on Way of the Hunter 2 right now. Because
you said you were excited for it when you played that demo. You've been streaming it the last couple of days.
Yeah, been streaming it on the Twitch, and you need to see it, man. Like just like rendered on your screen, like how cool it looks, and like in the mountains and stuff too. In the mornings, like you'll see like the clouds and the fog, blowing through the ridge lines and stuff on the far peaks and stuff like that. And it's just
so you can't play co-op yet, right?
Right.
Okay, so when co-op comes, you're taking me on a little hunting trip then.
Dude, we'll hop in the Yoda, man.
Fuck it.
Yeah,
Yoda.
we'll go find some critters, brother. I'll show you how we do it down in America. We'll get them. Yeah. We won't even have to get out of the truck.
Yeah, that's awesome. Can you drive by in that game?
No. Ask me how I know. They said in the first one, people in my chat told me in the first one you could smack animals with it.
Gotcha.
And kill them roadkill. Which I may or may not have eaten roadkill animals in my life in college. Really? Yeah, I definitely did. Yeah.
But you may or may not definitely did.
Yeah. Allegedly. Cool. Yep.
And taste different? A little rubber in them?
No, I mean, most of them were ones that like I would hit and like I would feel bad and didn't want to waste the animal. So I would like, if like it hit a deer, you call the game warden and they'll give you a salvage tag. And then it sounds cool to tell your friends like, I ate roadkill.
I fucking dinked a deer a couple months ago. Did I tell you about that?
No, that's a lot of protein you left out there.
Well, no, he didn't die.
Oh.
So so we have deer in the area. He fucking jumps out in front of the truck in the middle of the night. We're driving into the city, and he fucking flies like 20 feet. Like I dinked him. I was going like 60, 70. He didn't do any damage to the truck. He I don't understand it. He fucking flies. I see him like, do his little thing trying to get up. Then he just fucks off into the ditch.
Just like a Gray Zone AI. Like he ate it.
He just fucking tanked a fucking Dodge Ram shot. Yeah. No shit.
What a dog. Man, I hope he's all right. He's probably got a little concussion. He'll be all right.
I was worried like maybe he went and bled out in the fucking forest or something, but I'll be fucked if I'm going to go chase him down.
Dude, I've seen those things live for like weeks with an arrow in their face. Like they're crazy tough.
Was it your arrow?
No, it was not my arrow. Yeah, I need to clear that up right now. I would not shoot a deer in the face with an arrow.
Right.
We used to hunt
Fair
public.
enough.
We used to hunt public land when I went to college, and there's a bunch of ding dongs out there.
Yeah.
And I literally had trail cam pictures of a deer with an arrow in its head, and it was like walking around doing stuff. I felt terrible. I shouldn't. I felt bad about that. But like, I'm just trying to illustrate that they're tough, man. They're really tough.
That
animals.
motherfucker's a tank, bro. I couldn't believe there's no damage to the vehicle either.
Just shook off the ram, dude.
Man. Oh yeah, that fucking thing. That baby purrs.
Hell yeah. I got two. I got a ram too.
Hell yeah.
But anyway, Way of the Hunter 2, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna get you out there when they get co-op going.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna get you out there.
I'm definitely down. How much was it?
It's a good question. I think it was $24.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay.
24, probably $24.99. I think is what it was. But the map, I've played probably like 6 or 8 hours, and I've only probably explored like 30% of the map, and I've been driving a truck.
Damn.
Like it's big. So
that's cool.
I'm excited to see like new maps and modes. And I don't remember. I kind of want to go back and look through the cadence of how they did with Way of the Hunter 1, like when they're going to be adding maps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it's truly a sleeper hit, man. Like not many people are playing this thing. And I thought it was pretty fun.
Well, that's a great segue to speaking of a game that nobody's playing, including apparently the developers until today. Marauders, if you guys don't know, is a tactical extraction shooter that came out in 2022. And the last update for the game was over 20 months ago. The developers just said, fuck it one day and just not going to do anything else with it. It's still in early access. It's an extraction shooter set in an alternative 1990s where, you know, we got to space travel. The Great War never really ended. And you can like take over enemy ships, like other players' ships. You can go and land into like space stations and asteroids. And it was a cool concept. It was a cool game for, you know, a pre-alpha, you know, early access game. But then, yeah, the devs just went radio silent for some time. And we finally got an update today, kind of. They came out and said that they're sorry for the long silence. Or they started it off with that. And that they apparently are reworking the entire game. Rebuilding core systems, reworking a bunch of different mechanics, and they said they're building the game up to be where Marauders should have been. Did you ever get a chance to play Marauders?
No, I followed along with it for a little bit and watched it, but
yeah,
I'm kind of starting to feel bad about my opinions on things. The setting was just so weird to me, man. Like it just was such a mishmash of stuff, but I feel like I'm missing out on good stuff by letting art styles cloud my opinion too much. Cause it sounds cool. Like it sounds like a really cool, like throwing space into an extraction shooter and like having a ship, like adding that later. It sounds really cool. So
and it also gave them a reason to limit the weaponry as well. So you have like fully automatic weapons, but it wasn't the crazy like military stuff that we see nowadays too. So the blend there actually lends to like gameplay systems as well, which I did like. I really like the concept. We don't really have much info on this though.
No, they just basically said we're alive. That's pretty much it. And everybody at home's like, we were kind of wondering. So that's good that you're okay. But I what you're saying kind of strikes a chord with me too, because that's one of the reasons I really like Hunt Showdown is like those old like silly guns and stuff make it interesting. So maybe after they do this core rework and stuff, this is something that I would check out a little bit. I need to expand my horizons on games and settings and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, they haven't tweeted since like September of last year, and they haven't like updated.
And even then, like those tweets were like, "Hey, our game exists." Yeah, but like everyone kept, and you can see the responses to some of those like tweets on the Steam page. Everyone's just like, "Yeah, that's great. You can mention it, but like, what the fuck's going on with the game?" There hasn't been an update. Their Steam page literally said 20 months ago was the last update.
Which is
nutty. Insane.
That's nutty. So anyway, yeah, guys, if you were originally a Marauders player, put that on your radar that they're alive. And for those of us like me who haven't, we'll see what they do with the core update, I guess. Yeah,
it'll be nice. Hey, speaking of core updates, we finally have a name to put to what was originally called Project Core. And this is the new, everyone's calling it Starkov. This is the new fucking Nikita.
I hadn't heard that.
Nikita game. It's called Fragmentary Order. let me pull up what this game actually is. Do you
I
know
think that'd be
anything
good.
about this?
No, I remember the core, like the core with a 3 GG or whatever,
Yeah.
like the what do they call those? ARG like
Yes,
teasers.
yeah.
I remember that, and like the website crashed my computer, and I was like, oh, it feels like Battle State. So
Right.
I just kind of checked out on it, but
Fair enough. Well, so what this is it's a hardcore sci-fi multiplayer FPS. It's built as a tactical combat sim with survival elements. According to PC Gamer, they're strongly positioning this as an extraction style game, but it's not officially labeled as an extraction shooter. I think they're trying to get away from Tarkov in space, but I think that Tarkov and Nikita DNA is obviously all over this, but it's not a Battlestate Games game. It's a
That's
studio
weird.
called Rant Gaming that Nikita is apparently involved in.
Huh. Yeah, man. I don't know. It's just so interesting. So is he? Yeah. It almost feels like that he's just like, yeah, here's Tarkov 1.0. I want to go do something else.
That's what it feels like, yeah.
That's what it feels like. Because a lot of this stuff that they said, like the open world Tarkov and like all those features he said, like in those Tarkov podcasts he used to talk about, like never happened. But yeah, I don't know, man. Is this going to be like we already have Marauders at home? I don't know. Yeah, I can't.
If I can be real, I have way more faith in this game than I do with Marauders.
Yeah, you have to based on the like the resumes of the devs, and that's no shot. That's just like how it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get into space stuff. I guess I played through Starfield when it came out. I made myself sit through that and play through it. Yeah, I know you had a recent bout with Star Citizen. You're a little bit more apt to hit space than I am.
I love sci-fi shit, bro.
So you excited for this?
I'd be excited if it was anybody but Nikita.
Do you think Nikita is still in good enough with Battlestate Games that he's gonna lock some super meta attachments behind Tarkov Arena for Fragmentary Order?
Probably. Yeah, like
So
that's
if you want to play Fragmentary Order, you have to go play Tarkov Arena and level up the ref trader so you can actually unlock the game and shoehorn people into playing that.
And that's the thing. Like I'd be excited because honestly, the concept sounds good here. I'm just reading this on Insider Gaming. It's set in the year 2251, takes place in a future shaped by the rise of a core, which is a powerful organization that once saved humanity from collapse. Players take on the role of a replicated entity, deploying clone assets remotely into battlefields spread around the solar system. The gameplay loop is reminiscent of Escape from Tarkov. Infiltrate contested zones, complete objectives, secure resources, utilize operational ground assets, whatever that means, and then find a way to complete your missions and get out alive. In sci-fi Tarkov, that sounds fucking cool on paper.
Does it?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? There's so many things about it that I just... I leg meta, how many different types of ammo, how fucking, how unfriendly is it going to be? How on arena breakout, quality of life is it going to be? Like, I don't know. There's still so many things we need to find out, but the concept sounds cool.
I'll give you that one. Yeah. We'll keep an eye out. We'll keep track of that.
Well, yeah. There's actually a lot of games this year that we got to keep track on. I was actually just thinking, I saw a conversation. This is completely off topic. Did you see the conversation that Beautiful Light had on Twitter the other day?
No, I didn't. No, I was probably working on a ranch house.
I'm going to pull it up because somebody had responded to a tweet from, I think, Jake Lucky about Beautiful Light. And the responses of it were, man, are we getting another one of these? Oh, isn't this already, we're already saturated, and we've talked about it.
Dude, we did talk about exactly that. And they were were they serious? Like they generally didn't know?
Yeah, Beautiful Light responded, and they said, like, it's really disappointing to see, like, we haven't even come out yet, and people are already over it.
I mean, that's just business, baby. Like that is how it is, man.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking down on us as a community. I'm saying I'm similar. Like, Like I switch games a fair amount, more than I should for content purposes.
Right.
But yeah, man, it's just so fickle out here, and it's taking them a while to get it going, but
Yep, it is.
other people are swooping in, and we talked about exactly that with Beautiful Light.
So yeah, we I don't know. There's a lot of games to keep an eye on, and Beautiful Light's obviously one of them too. But I'm kind of tossing Fragmentary Order in that pile of games that we've talked about that we're anxious to see what comes out this year.
And Black Budget,
fucking. What are all those other games?
like Project Spectrum.
Yeah.
And then there's another one that actually looked insane from another Tencent studio, and it had a weird name. I can't remember what it is, but there's
all those games.
There's like 3 or 4 different paranormal extraction shooters. Like, it's like the arms race to make a current hunt showdown, like a modern setting hunt showdown, and like the race is on.
Yeah.
To capitalize on that. So I don't know, man. That's gonna be interesting to see how that genre plays out. Like if that's one of the next things, or if it's a flash in the pan. If that's like the next BR, the next extraction shooter is like the paranormal thing, or if that's just like a little quick.
Or is it going to be sci-fi? Is Fragmentary Order going to be the next like Tarkov actual, where they start to define the next genre generation, right?
Maybe for you. I gotta expand my horizons, dude. I get.
Well, you're playing Way of the Hunter now, which is good,
but that's very grounded, like setting. Sure. See, I'm not branching out in game art.
You play Black Ops 7 though. If that's not future sci-fi shooter, I don't know what is.
I play that for Search. I play Search and Destroy, which has been a game mode around for a long time. Fry.
Gotcha.
Been around a long time. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, because I have to. Have to play Black Ops 7 to play a non-cheater riddled S&D.
Now that I think about it, we're also getting into the time of the next COD reveal.
We might be.
Yeah. Probably within the next month or so. We're probably going to start hearing shit about it.
Dude, you hear so many rumors and stuff, but we can talk about them, whatever. I heard that, and it would make sense to me financially, that they might start earlier, because kind of Black Ops 7's kind of fizzled.
Oh, yeah.
No idea why. But yeah, we might be hearing about Modern Warfare 4 like really soon.
Yeah.
So that would actually be pretty sick, because I think from what you hear, it might be up my alley for Search.
Yep.
We might have some good Search.
All right, guys. With that, that was our sleeper hits. I think it's time to go back to the lobby.
Guys, welcome back to the lobby. We're going to wrap up on everything we talked about, looking forward and ahead. So glad you could join us for today's show. If you guys have a second, it'd be cool if you could leave us a 5-star review on the audio platforms.
Yes.
If you want some quicker access to this kind of stuff and some behind the scenes things with Fry, the patreon.com/BigFry. You get some extra content over there. Get these episodes ad free right off the rip too. You get them a couple days early, and lots of stuff over there. Follow Fry and I on everything too, with the links for all that stuff is in the show notes. And yeah, man, I just want to say thanks to everybody for staying along on the ride of the show, and also Fry and stuff for being flexible too. With my life is a disaster with moving and stuff, but I got her on the run. Got the house on the run. We're gonna get moving. Things will settle down in a couple months. I hope
it's shaping up.
Time for some cool games. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a cool fall too, with all the new games and stuff coming out.
Yep.
And things we're keeping an eye out. What's the one thing this year? So what's the one thing coming out this year you're most excited for? It doesn't have to be FPS. Any game.
I think Grand Theft Auto 6 obviously is the big one this year, right?
Yeah, you got to say
outside of GTA, I actually think I'm looking forward to Modern Warfare. I need something like that.
Big COD
right
guy
now.
COD guy.
No, not a big COD guy. No, just I think after Battlefield 6, I need something that's a little bit more consistent with their post-launch, even though Call of Duty hasn't really been consistent, as much. I don't know, brother. I don't know how I'm feeling, but I
get that.
I need something not fucking EA, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, dude, I'm pretty similar with those thoughts as well, because I think the way the pendulum's swinging on COD, we're set up for a good year for guys like us.
Yes.
Like, because of, how Black Ops 7 Futures are crazy didn't do so hot. We got Infinity Ward coming in, who made 2019, I liked MW number 2, Roman numeral, because you had like there was audio in the game and stuff, and you could actually play it tactically. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping to see that, and I think it's set up for that. The other thing that makes the other thing that makes it feel promising is how much post-launch content was there for Black Ops 7.
Right.
If they keep up that pace in a Modern Warfare that feels good, holy shit, man. Search will be so good.
I think this year too is going to be a nice return to form for Warzone. I think they know what people want for Warzone as well.
I wonder if they're going to do an extraction. They're going to take another
DMZ,
stab.
I think so.
DMZ 2?
Yep, I could see that. Yeah, there's just a lot of potential.
Yeah, there is. Extraction shooters like kept going. Like DMZ bowed out and COD took their swing at it, but like extraction shooters are still here like all these years later. So
yep, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy how many years it's been since DMZ, actually. Holy fuck.
Time's flying, man.
Good Lord.
Time is flying. But yeah, I think that's a show. Anything else?
No, I think that's the show. Appreciate you guys watching. We have an interview coming up here very, very soon. If you guys want to support us over on Patreon, patreon.com/BigFry, you'll get early access to that episode. We're not sure publicly when we're going to be able to put it out. We're not going to name names, but I'm going to tell you right now, if this fucking interview goes, it's going to be my favorite interview of all time. It's going to be my favorite podcast of all time. I'm very, very excited for it. I just need
look at you. You get all excited.
I'm getting a little fanboy, getting a little giddy. I'm very, very excited. This has been a long fucking time coming on the channel. And I'm hoping we can pull it off this week. So that's what I got, looking forward to this week. That's what I'm excited about. Yeah, a little teaser
for you.
Little teaser.
Cool, man. Guys, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Leave comments, feedback. At least I read all of them. I don't know what Fry's doing over there, but I read all of them.
Editing these motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah, he's doing all the work. So while you're doing that, I'm reading comments. But yeah, dude, love the feedback. Appreciate everyone. And we'll probably see you on the next one. It's just hard not to do finger pistols at the end of a segment.
You got to do finger pistols.
I want to so bad. I need another sparkling water.
Dude, you're chugging them back.
I'm slamming these things all over.
You got the bubblies.
Yeah, dude.
Why are you drinking so many of them?
I love them. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm even wearing Kirkland's signature underwear, dude. I'm all in.
No way.
When I move, I'm gonna miss Costco.
You're the real Costco guy.
Yeah.
That's a big boom.
I wish I could punch through the screen, dude. I'll show you fucking boom. That